Welcome back to Zero Sum Gaming, here at the Culture Cache. We're going to try something pretty different this time. Never done anything like this before, and don't worry, you're not going to have to look at my ugly mug every single time, but I figured for something like this, it'd be a great way to do it. This is Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Unless this is your first video of mine, you probably already know what a big Castlevania nut I am, so this video really shouldn't surprise you. I was one of the earliest backers, and proud to do so, of this Kickstarter game. Koji Igarashi is one of the biggest names of gaming, in my opinion. He's just awesome in every way. So as soon as I heard his name, let alone that he was doing an Igavania type game, oh yeah, day one purchase. Well, day one back anyway. So as you can see, this game very much fits the classic Castlevania. Well, not the classic, it's not the 2D NES type, but the Igavania games, oh yeah, this has it written all over it. It's awesome. In fact, my favorite part, I've actually kind of already glossed over a little bit. Oh, that part's so cool. The music is the biggest selling point on the game so far. The action is great, but the music is what really makes it Castlevania. Just listen to this. It already has that epic sound, and of course, Michiru Yamane, it was one of the first big names they brought on as they worked up and got all the extra donations to come in and all that fun stuff. I was so glad to be a part of it. And this game, I am extra glad to note, this game delivers. It's not perfect, it is a demo, but in that vein, it's important to point out, this is a demo none of us expected to get. Because keep in mind, we know we're getting a beta release if you backed at a certain tier, and yes, I did. But as long as you did back at that tier, you know you're getting a beta release. This is not the beta. This was a bonus. We didn't even see it coming. I want to take a minute to contrast that with Mighty Number 9 for a minute. That game has been a train wreck in almost every sense of the word, and then to go and insult the fans right after that, not cool. Honestly, what are they thinking? Are they trying to make the game flop? And you might think they are, except they're also trying to make Red Ash at the same time. That doesn't even make any sense. You can see me making all these mistakes when I'm trying to make a serious point and play the game. I do have a few small, they're not really gripes, but every now and then the control just doesn't quite do what I want it to do. But again, it's a demo. That's okay. The buttons are pretty much where I expected them to be, but you can't really customize them. Oh, that's awesome. If you've played any of the games featuring Soma, or games like that, like Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow, you're used to the soul system. This game has shards. They work pretty much the same way. So as you saw there, now I have this fire attack I can use, since I got the shard from that fire enemy a second ago. Anyway, that's going to breathe a lot of life into the game. But the control issues, right there, I was not holding left. In fact, I am holding right now. I don't really know if it's the game's fault, or maybe I'm just using an incompatible controller or something. But it's not the end of the world. It just sort of happens on its own. So if you see me do something exceptionally stupid, well, it might have been me, but most of the time, it's not. It's probably the controller just sort of taking on a mind of its own. But it's way too early in the development process to actually cite that as a flaw of the game. There are also a few graphical quirks, like if you get really close to an object in the background, sometimes the transparencies aren't totally worked out, so you'll look a little weird. You'll kind of get shadowy even before you're behind anything. But if those are the biggest complaints we have of a demo, this game is shaping up to be one of the best ever. And honestly, it's going to help recover the name of Kickstarter after everything Mighty Number 9 has done to it. If you've read the article that I already posted about Kickstarter, it's kind of weird. It comes off as way more negative than I intended it to. But, well, there are a lot of scummy things going on Kickstarter. So, I thought I needed to bring them up. I'm not against it, though, as a concept or in practice. Clearly, I backed this game. That's the controller doing its thing. I am not walking into that wall. There we go. But it definitely feels like Castlevania. I also love the attention to detail. Look at the way the chest's open. Look at the way Miriam is standing. And now watch what happens when I equip the Kung Fu shoes. You see it reflected, and it even changes her stance to actually use the shoes. Here's one there's a lot of speculation about right now, in fact. Look at the upper left corner on the HUD. You may or may not have noticed, and feel free to go back through and watch the video again from the start, and you'll see it then. See that little blood drop that's just coming off my health? Or the portrait, rather, on the far left? I have no idea what does that. There we go. The longer you play on the demo, the more blood seems to drip off of there, and I really want to know why. I think the working theory on it is it's sort of a visceral way to show your current health. Like you can see, I've got, what, 60-ish% of my health right now. And, well, if you had 60% of your health in real life, you'd be bleeding some. I think that's what they're going for, but it's way too early to tell. Calamari. It also speaks volumes that, Iga, you've already got my money, and I'm glad to give it to you. But instead of just taking it, wahaha, I've already got your money, he's delivering on a fantastic product. I want to like this game because I want this type of gameplay to survive in some form or fashion. But even if I didn't, if this was my first experience with an Igavania type game, I would be still just as satisfied, if not more so, because it would be groundbreaking to me then. Earlier today, I was just having a conversation with some friends of mine talking about how gaming kind of has stagnated, and overall, that's not a good thing. But I did mention if I could play games like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Bloodstained, at least as it is so far, Axiom Verge, and just awesome Metroidvanias like that, I'd be more than happy. If I had to pick one type of game to play, that would be the one. Oops. But with that same attention to detail, a few minutes ago you saw that monster in the background shatter through the ship. That's awesome. Or like you can smash that box and get the ether, fun stuff like that. Like they've really put a lot into this game. And again, I want to point out, this isn't something we even expected. I was really hoping to get that guy's shard. It's really useful for the boss. Oh well. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm trying to give you my impressions of this game right now. This is not my first rodeo with this demo. Nor my second. Far from it. I've played this a lot. Probably a lot more than I should, considering it's just a demo. But I am so hyped for this game, it's not even funny. In fact, this demo, in part because they gave us this free demo, but I went ahead and upped my reward tier because they gave us this without even asking. Here's Boobs McGee, the boss. Or don't, like I just did. Just walk into every attack you see. But I'm really glad Koji Igarashi is actually putting his full effort into this game. and it's only the beginning of it. I can't wait to see as we get more of the really famous voice actors on board. We get to see what characters they're going to play, how they're going to sound. I can't wait to hear more of the music. I can't wait to explore. For that matter, I wonder, is this demo we're playing right now part of the actual game or part of the pre-game that backers also did? The fact that it's on a ship really makes me wonder, is this ship going somewhere? Is this the very, very beginning of the final game? Or is it that pre-game? There we go. Well, I think you've heard enough from my loud mouth for one video. I'm going to leave you with this. Whenever you see me fade out, just let it roll for a few minutes. I want you to hear the title screen music. You'll be as sold on the music as I am. Thanks for watching.